Hello everyone, my name is Kratos, and in my last video I gave you guys my top 5 most anticipated games of 2023. So in today's video I'm giving you guys games that I hope or that need to come out in the year 2023. So these games are games that do not have a set date. They were either delayed to 2023 or the devs have said they will be coming out in 2023 but have not given them an exact date of release. Unlike the last list, this one will be in no particular order, so you know what? Let's get into it. Beginning with Sea of Stars. So I've been following this game ever since one of my friends sent me a video on my TikTok feed. Yes, I found an indie RPG through TikTok. This game was initially supposed to be released in the last quarter of 2022, but this past summer, the devs announced that it would be delayed all the way to 2023. So I personally doubt we'll see any more delays on this game. I really do think we'll get a 2023 release, but we have no official release date, so it's hard to pinpoint if more delays are in stores or not. The devs, however, have put out a word on Twitter that there should be no more delays and this game should release this year, as the main track of the game from start to finish is done. They're currently working out some kinks, working out probably some side stuff. Hopefully that's a good sign. We'll have to wait and see because this game looks absolutely fantastic. It's one of those games that just takes me back to old school JRPGs, kind of like Chained Echoes did a little bit earlier this month. Next up, Dragon Quest fans, rejoice! There's 2 games for you on this list: Dragon Quest III HD 2D and Dragon Quest 12. So this shares an entry because it's the same franchise, but there's also about the same level of information available on both games, which is quite scarce. Disclosure, I'm not the biggest Dragon Quest fan. I recently got interested in the franchise because I picked up Dragon Quest Treasures this year with the intention of reviewing it. So Treasures is my first game of the franchise, but I've been having so much fun with it that I'm ready to go back and play a lot of Dragon Quest games. But earlier this year, we got confirmation that Dragon Quest 12, entitled The Flames of Fate, was currently in the works by Square Enix. Beyond that, not much is known about the title, except that some have speculated that it could come out in 2023. You know, that is if it follows a similar timeline as Dragon Quest 11. About Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake, we've known about its existence since about 2021. And earlier in December, it was hinted that news of the game was coming soon, but we haven't really had any more than that. My expectation is that once this news drops, it'll either be a release date, a trailer, or maybe both. But all we know about those games has been so speculative thus far that I really hope we'll get more news in January for Dragon Quest fans to be able to be excited for something. Keep crossing your fingers and play some Dragon Quest Treasures. It's good. You're gonna get a little bit of your fill of Dragon Quest while we wait for some kind of news. Next up on the list, of course, I'm gonna talk about this: Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, or Remake Part 2. So at this point, it's no secret that the Final Fantasy VII Remake is one of the most popular remakes ever made to date. Add to that the success Crisis Core Reunion had this year, and I think we can all safely say that fans are anticipating Part 2 very eagerly. So we already know that their tentative launch window is next winter, quote unquote next winter, but with the timeline of how Final Fantasy is going right now, with 16 coming out this summer, Crisis Core Reunion having just come out, it's hard to see another time than next December for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth to drop. But I personally think there's a strong chance we'll see it spilling into 2024. However, I do hope we get to see it in 2023 to build off of the hype of Crisis Core that just came out. But if it does end up releasing in 2023, it'll probably be one of the hottest games of the year. Next up is a game that Nintendo doesn't want us to talk about: Advance Wars Reboot Camp. At this point, it's such a meme I can't even say it without laughing. Nintendo, I beg of you, will we ever see this goddamn game? At this point, we all know the situation surrounding this game. It was supposed to be released in 2022, but ended up being pushed back despite being fully finished because of the war in Ukraine. Nintendo didn't want to be associated with encouraging warfare during this very tense situation, so the game had to be pushed back. But it does create a nebulous situation around the game, especially given that Nintendo has came out this year to say that they are planning to release it still. But with the war still going on, it's still hard to know if they'll be really waiting for all of that to end, or will they be releasing this game soon or in a couple of months. There's a strong chance we don't see this game in 2023, but I think it would be detrimental to the game because a lot of the hype is already kind of dead. But if you wait even further, I think you're not helping your case. I think that if Nintendo wants to release this game at the end of the day, they're going to have to plan a very strong marketing campaign to get everyone back on board and remember that this was a game that was supposed to come out. I think there is a scenario where we see this game sporting very poor sales because of all the delays, which ends up affecting if Nintendo views Advance War as a viable franchise to invest in the future. I guess only time will tell, but I really hope they really push an effort to release this game and market it properly. Don't do a shadow drop. I really hope Nintendo takes the time to give this a chance to succeed, because I love Advance Wars. I played it as a kid and I want to play it again with a new game, or at least a remake of the games I played as a kid. And our final entry on the list, one I'm super excited for, Eiyuden Chronicles 100 Heroes. The spiritual successor to the Suikoden franchise is one of my most anticipated games of 2023. All the way back in 2021, the game was announced to be pushed back to 2023, but we still have no more information as to when this will exactly drop. With its prequel, Eiyuden Chronicles Rising, getting a physical edition next year, I feel like it's pretty clear the release year will be 2023, as the devs are clearly trying to build up a little bit more hype before the eventual drop. But yeah, regarding the games, all the trailers so far have been looking immaculate. So I'm extremely excited to get my hands on this. I know Suikoden has a remake coming out this year, but a part of me is almost more excited about Eiyuden than about Suikoden. But at the end of the day, we're still awaiting an exact date for its release. But I think it will be extremely disappointing to see this game delayed further, as some of the early backers have been waiting since like 2020. But here's to Eiyuden Chronicles getting a strong release in 2023 and being hopefully one of the best games of the coming year. Well, that is it for this list. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to check out my top 5 upcoming RPGs of 2023 list that I released a little bit earlier this week. And other than that, I wish you guys a fantastic day. Let me know which one of these games you're more excited for down in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you want to see more JRPG and Fire Emblem content. I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you all very much, and bye-bye.